Hey there, friends and viewers. This is Hengest. I'm with TGN, and welcome to another League of Legends replay here on the Summoner's Rift 5v5 match. We're going to be doing an interesting composition, but the most noteworthy thing is that this is my first time playing as Nautilus, the new champion who's just jumbo size. Look at the size of this guy up top.
Massive.
He's like Cho'Gath fully fed. He's
big,
massive.
Big
Anyways,
man.
Clearly we have Pureshield on the line as well. He's going to be playing mid lane Galio. Is AP, or what are you building
It's
here?
MR.
MR. Okay,
MR,
so he's going...
MR and mid. This is a very interesting mate. I notice a lot of people like to do this, especially against weaker AP champions like Karthus. But this is a blind pick, so I just decided, you know what, Galio instant lock mid, called it, and we decided to have also a mirror match of Lee Singers, all that good stuff. Agur the Wise versus Post Pan. Now both of the names are very Mountain Sagey, so definitely that will come into play, the Lee Sing versus Lee Sing matches. You are actually building Doran's Ring on Nautilus. Now what was your strategy going in first time, never seen this champion before, and building Doran's Ring?
Well, I planned on just having him play AP top because, I mean, he's obviously not AD. And this was actually my very first time playing him, so I just figured, hey, whatever, AP. Let's not go to Doran's Ring like I usually do with other AP champions, and we'll just see how it works out. So I didn't know, but I'm actually going to be laning against Tryndamere, and we're going to see how that plays out shortly here. It's really, I should have definitely gone boots 3 pots to work on my sustain, and straight up leveled my W, which is his shield called Titan's Wrath. Just to make sure that I can exchange blows with Tryndamere at the very least. But again, this is my first time playing Nautilus. We figured we'd cast it both because of that reason and also because it's a pretty decent match. So let's have some fun with it, and let's not be too critical of Hengest's play, given that this champion did come out earlier this week and needs some time to adjust to it.
Definitely. Now, currently, just to make sure that we're synced properly, you are at 1 minute and
7 seconds.
Okay, good.
Right. So minions should be spawning any second now.
30 seconds till minions spawn.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of a slow introduction here. We have a hard time adjusting to the LoL replayer. If you guys didn't know, it's just this third-party software that we use, and there's no easy way to synchronize the footage. So Pureshield and I are both looking at the same things at the same time, and it's rather difficult.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually analyze bottom lane at all. We have Ashe and Lux down here. I'm assuming this Lux is going to be playing support. I don't actually remember. But Ashe recently got buffed. Do you have any insight into the changes that were made for her?
There's a little bit of quality of life buff, mana cost, etc. Just making Ashe a lot more fun to play. The 60 mana is really a lot better. As you can see, they're leasing Mountain Sage and ping me to go leash red, like without even a word. Just kept on ping, and then they say damage rates and leash red, please Galio. Comes in
also
late.
Preemptively using his potion there, wasting the duration on that. Not the strongest play from Lee Sin there. How you doing against Galio, or what's his face, mid lane Karthus? That's not going to be an easy one.
The thing is,
you.
if you play Galio mid, you're just being kind of a douchebag a little bit. Because you start off with an MR item. You have like 54 magic resistance. Lee Sin did ping for the gank there. How did that turn out for you guys?
Well, honestly, it's hard for me to look at this in hindsight because I just have no idea how this champion works. Just examining this footage right now, I could have flashed in there and at least ignited him really late on my flash. Have no idea the range on the Riptide there, just AoE. Really just slopping it up top lane right now. Lee Sin is probably face palming. Oh my god, a noob Nautilus. But it doesn't take me long to learn how this champion works. Let me just quickly go over some of his abilities. For those of you that are new to the champion or simply haven't seen him in action before, his passive is kind of strange. Every 12 seconds, his auto attack deals additional damage that scales per level and also roots the target in place. So it's very strong for gank opportunities like the one we just missed out on right there, rooting somebody in place for half a second. And he also has Dredge Line, which is kind of a fusion between Blitzcrank's grab and a regular charge. Kind of meets the target halfway, and it also hits minions. It can also be used to latch onto walls to close gaps or as an escape tactic. However, that does take a little bit of experience to use properly. And we also have his W, which is called Titan's Wrath. It's kind of like a Mordekaiser's shield and allows him to not only do a lot more damage, we can get into that more later, but also absorbed quite a bit. It's very good for laning, especially against a Tryndamere. I didn't know that at the time, so I'm not leveling it very fast. But also, Riptide is an AoE snare and also does a considerable amount of magic damage. That is a mouthful. That is what she said, and I apologize, Pure.
Yep.
But I just wanted to run through all that for the friends and viewers.
We do have a little bit of ganking action down here in middle. Do land a slow with my Q, but Lee Sin will lose his life for this kill right here because he does go in for the dive. Gives me first blood, which is very beneficial. Also grants us the assist, so that was completely worth it. Totally should have called that in chat as well. Type it to the enemy, worth it. Because that's what good players do, right? They call things in chat, you know, they ping when it's necessary, etc. And that's not totally mountain saving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look at this Lee Sin coming in to capitalize on your overextension.
I am definitely gonna have my life ended here by the Lee Sin. So that I can't, I can't type worth it in that situation because it was definitely not worth it. And we are a little bit behind, because of that play, unfortunately.
Definitely. And also, looks like I'm going to go down to Tryndamere up top. Using my shield, could have used Dreadline to escape by latching onto the wall there. But also, noobing it up top. You are not alone, sir. I need to pick up some boots so that I can better outrun that Tryndamere. But yeah, we're looking down for sure right now. And I'm sure that Lee Sin is very happy about that.
Oh,
given that you...
Wonderful. He's loving it. He's loving it. Look at him. Just look at him. He's loving it.
Yeah, he's having the time of his life. I'll grow the wise right there.
Yeah. Wise.
But a little bit about Nautilus as we have a bit of downtime here. Nautilus, whoa, hold on a second. We got some action. Lee Sin versus Lee Sin in the friendly jungle here. I'm going to come in and try to intercept, but it does look like he's going to get tower dove right there, which is most unfortunate. A little bit of Foster Farms action, and Lee Sin is going to jack the kill. However, Dredgeline on the Tryndamere, and down he goes to a Riptide as well as a tower strike. And Lee Sin almost dying as well to an ignite. What a play, Hengest. What a play.
Yeah, compliment yourself. That's only natural, right?
Actually, if he did not use that ward to kick out, then I would have been able to Dredgeline on top of him for the kill.
Definitely.
Nice play by him as well. But anyways, a little bit more on Lee Sin. Or, Lee Sin. Excuse me. There's so much Lee Sin in this match. I'm losing my mind here.
Too much lead, too much Sin. Not enough Nautilus.
A little bit about Nautilus. Obviously, I said he's AP. He's never a champion you would want to build AD, and the reason for that is quite simply because of his W. It increases your damage by 10% of your HP. So what that means is that his big monster attacks with that anchor that looks like it came off the Titanic are going to be dealing a lot more damage depending on how much HP you have. So if you want damage on Nautilus, just roll your face on Warmlogs and any kind of an HP item you can. So he's AP or tank. Basically, those are your options. He's a very strong jungler. He's not the strongest laner. But his biggest forte is his ultimate called Depth Charge. It's kind of like an Alistair shock. What is it? Pulverize?
Pulverize, yes. There you go.
Yeah. Basically, you can see the range on it. Well, actually not yet because I'm not level 6. But you can see the range on it in a little bit. You basically just target a single hero. And if you get the cast off, then there will be a shockwave of waves that come up and basically chase that hero to the ends of the earth. Doesn't matter if they run out of your range, flash out of your range. After you've cast it, it's still going to hit them and also hit everything in its path. So learning how to play that ability well is in team fighting, obviously, and is going to make or break the champion's utility. It's a very, very strong ability, and it pretty much makes Nautilus, I'd have to say, the strongest initiator in the game, maybe tied with Alistair. I don't know. He's just super strong in engaging. Down goes Pureshield from the looks of things. No?
Nope.
You cool?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
You just taunted him in the middle of his tower?
Yeah, okay. no problem. I'm Galio, no problem. No problem.
I didn't see what happened bottom there.
What happened was he decided to use his ultimate because one of our guys was low. And
ultimate. Sorry, little outburst there.
What happened? What happened? But basically, I decided to, since he's standing still at the tower, I'm going to blow him up with my Q and then taunt him, and he ends his life right there. Just seal the deal.
Yeah. A little bit of Foster Farms on Nautilus up top. He's actually going to pursue me. And look at that. A Dredgeline in tower range to just interrupt him. And a Riptide, as well as some assists from my allies there. Barely escaping with sub 5% HP. Well timing on that shield. Maybe Nautilus is just coming naturally to me at this point. I still don't know how the hell this champion works in this gameplay. But in hindsight, I think I did pretty well. Now 2-1-0. Bottom has been pretty darn, whatchamacallit, boring.
It's a little boring. I mean, I actually expected our side to lose really badly We have a Lux using a Clarity and Flash. We have an Ashe using Ghost and Exhaust, which means that if you have a Graves and Sauna with Healing Exhaust, generally you should be able to dominate that. Just a general rule of thumb, that should be dominated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lux, I've been trying to play her as support a little bit more recently, and she's just a pretty sloppy Joe support. I'd say she's got too much mage in her to be a true support.
Definitely.
So they should definitely be losing that lane against Sona Graves combo. You're absolutely right about that. However, they do seem to be holding their own pretty well. You, meanwhile, are pretty much owning this Skeletor mid lane.
You know, just having some fun with Karthus and just weekend fun. You know, girls' night out Fridays, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna bully Tryndamere a little bit up here. Now, I'm not certain of the capabilities of my champion at this point, and it's really dangerous to be trading blows with Tryndamere because he can really chase Nautilus down if he does land the upper hand. But there we go with the Dredge line as well as the passive strike, dealing a lot of damage just passively to this guy. And I don't even have any HP yet, just Merc Treads on top of a Doran's Blade. So I have no idea how to build this champion. There you just saw the ultimate come into play there. It's just a shockwave that makes an awesome sound and chases them to the ends of the earth.
The sound, when you hear that sound, you're just like, you just, you know, you're a little wet. Just a little wet, you know what I mean? Just a little.
Literally.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Not
Nautilus
too much.
is definitely an aquamarine champion, as his name would imply. Root word nautical, or something of that sort. Eh?
Yep, absolutely.
And you're going to notice, oh, hold on a second. Galio going down bot for some action here. Flashing in on top of, what's going on down here? Flashing in for the ultimate. Ultimate. Ash Arrow on Sona, and wow, just carnage down bottom. Look at what's going on down there.
But
So
what
much
happens,
death.
there was a little bit of misplay over there. I do grab the assist, but I will lose my life to Karthus. What happened was Lux was positioned in a very awkward space. You see the Ashe being a hero and diving a Lee Sin near a tower. Totally not a good idea. Now we do look at the score right now, 5-9 because of that exchange. What happened was the position on Lux. It was positioning like a Hengest position, if you know what I mean. Super aggressive, but not actually landing the scoop shots as much as you should. Without mana either, and he was just in an awkward position. Mike Taunt actually did not help his case. It collisioned him, and he actually thought, you know what, I'm going to stand and fight with 2 bars of HP left, and totally just gave away his own life while we're trying to get that Graves. Now we do get Sauna, but Graves and Lee Sin were just left to free cast and cause all of us to essentially lose our life when the Ashe decided to dive the tower. So a little bit of bad play there. We did get 1 assist. I'm 2-2-2, which is pretty good. It's a good. You're feeling good on Galio when you're having that and leading in farm. But at the same time, though, you don't want to give away too much deaths. Like you never this is already too many deaths we give away. 9 deaths so far, not very good at 11-minute mark.
Right. Yeah, you're going to notice as this game drags on that we do have a very strange team composition here. Not only with a Galio mid, but also because we have pretty much 3 initiators. We have Lee Sin, obviously, who's... God, so much Lee Sin going on here. You almost got ganked right there.
Too much Lee Sin. Too much Lee, too much Sin.
Yeah. Anyways, we have basically 3 tanks, especially after I decide to play tank Nautilus. And you're going to see that come into play a little bit later in this match. But do note, we do have 3 initiators in this match right now. So perhaps a strong strategy, maybe not. Remains to be seen. But for now, let's take a look at farm. Who is ahead on farm? We have Galio with 70, Karthus with 70, just caught up. Down bot, we have a kill gone to Ashe off of a Graves. Nicely done down there. Lux using a Clarity. Bring up that sustain push bottom lane tower. Overall, a pretty even match, I'd have to say. Certainly
so far,
bottom.
So good. I mean, just besides that last play that we saw, somewhat of a team fight, it's actually pretty good so far. The trend is a little bit of pain in the ass to lane with, as you can feel.
Oh yeah,
there.
especially when he gets really lucky with those crits. But Lee Sin gonna come in and try to gank for me. He's able to spin away pretty easily there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm having a pretty hard time with this Tryndamere, but thankfully I haven't given up too many deaths. And he also hasn't pushed my tower yet, which would be around the time you would want to. Wow. There Lee Sin is unstoppable. That is not good. He's actually capitalizing on gank opportunities in a way that ours seems to be incapable of. So the Lee Sin mirror match is definitely handed in the enemy's favor right now.
It's all right. But he is wise, and maybe he's taking it in a very patient way, a very sagey way. So we can't count him out yet. 0-2-3 at the 13-minute mark. Still actually a very good jungler store, believe it or not. As a jungler, you're supposed to have very heavy assists. If you die, that's fine, as long as your AD and AP get fed. Now, if you look at the distribution right now, everyone on our team has at least 2 deaths.
Right.
This is very interesting to have, which means that it's a little bit of feeding, but not as bad as people would expect in this kind of situation. Now, there's a little bit of action going on here in bot. People are gathering, planning something big. The dragon is up, but I don't think this is going to become very confrontational overall. People are very passive in this game, except for their Lee Sin, who's like a gankaholic.
Yeah, he definitely does have a gank addiction, and it is paying off for him at this point. Wow, look at that Asher on top of Graves. Can we get a light binding on top? Come on. No singularities, but they land the kill regardless. Galio coming in just for Geico car insurance right there. Save your money by switching to Geico. And with a taunt right there. I don't know where this is coming from, but really nice initiation.
That was not a paid product placement, by the way, but
No.
still. A little bit of nice action going on here. Melting the Karthus and the Lee Sin. A little bit of assist action going on for me. Lee Sin killing Lee Sin. It's a very weird portrait to look at right now. You're getting pushed in a little bit up top over there, as it seems.
I definitely am. Again, Trinamir is getting lucky with these crits, but I'm going to monster cleave this batch right here with a Riptide and just get my farm up. He may have pushed that tower a little bit too early, given that their jungle hasn't really been helping him that much, which is gonna make it really hard for him to farm if I play passively up here. He's gonna have to cross the river just to get some last hits. Looks like you guys are getting dragon down there bottom successfully. Thank you, sir, for the gold. And Karthus is coming in.
You are welcome.
Yeah, this Karthus is such an opportunist. He's really landing those ultimates well.
Can you imagine that Lee Sin? He's like, yes, got my team the dragon. Oh, now I can port back and grab this and dies. Just dies right after that, just because of Karthus ult. Karthus?
They must have been able to spot his HP with a ward at dragon, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that they did see us, but they couldn't do anything because we did wipe them a little bit. We killed the Lee Sin and Karthus in the jungle. As soon as Karthus spawned, a little bit of Requiem action going on there and just pretty much wiped out our Lee Sin. And just out of spite as well, because 190 gold, who wouldn't want 190 gold?
Yeah. Trinamir, again, being very, very reckless up here. This would be a perfect time to gank him. He's quite far into our territory right now. And I'm having a tough time laning against him, but lane phase should really become less and less imperative at this point. As, I don't know, I've been able to kind of pace with him on farm up until recently, where he's just kind of surpassed me because I've been having to go back so much. But regardless, we're going to see how that pans out in a little bit. He is kind of a skilled player. I mean, he's been able to escape the ganks pretty darn well up to this point. And that's really the only lane that we're losing at this point, I would say. Bottom seems to be doing just fine. And you're obviously winning mid lane against Karthus. So, hopefully you guys can pick up the slack from my inadequacies. Looks like you're going to get ganked in from behind here by Lee Sin.
No problem. But you know what? Galio is an expert at behind.
There he goes.
Yeah.
With the tornado, also increases his movement speed, if you guys didn't know. And you're actually going to evade 3 players right there. It's going to be a bit of a team fight here at the river, if I'm not...
This is going to force the team fight right here because of the positioning. I do have my ult in about 5 seconds right here. Ash Arrow, look at that matrix from the Ash Arrow. So close, right? Oh my goodness.
That was like an agent right there from the Matrix. And Galio's managing to deal quite a bit of cleave. Oh, Lux Laser. LASIK eye surgery on top of Karthus right now. Sona's super low on HP. But she just summoned her healed or did something to get it back. And Karthus is just bombarding you guys with those explosions from the dead. And ultimately, we're going to be able to chase these guys down. Using my ultimate right there on top of Lee Sin. Going to be able to land a dredge line for the kill.
Meat hooked. Welcome to the butcher shop, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that Titanic anchor is serving me quite well with that dredge line. Dredge line actually does quite a bit of damage. It is now rank 5, and you could see that it pretty much just manhandled that Lee Sin for the kill. Certainly nothing to be trifled with, in addition to being a gap closer. The reason you want to level that dredge line is because the cooldown reduction it scales quite well at level 6. I think it's like a 4-second cooldown, which means you can really just move around the map by latching onto walls and such. There I'm just going to bully Trinamir out of my lane. He's not going to do anything about it. And looks like we're going to hand off the blue to perhaps Galio. That would be my choice.
Definitely. He's been now very good at giving me the blue. Very, very generous. Very wise about his choices of giving me blue.
Yeah,
even though I think actually giving it to Lux would have been a little bit better. But then again, this Lux hasn't been very demanding, very supportive, just very passive. And I'm very glad to have giving Galio blue is kind of like giving a kid a Tonka truck for Christmas. Wow, we're just landing it with the brand names today, Tonka and all that good stuff. A little bit
Paid
of Geico action
placement.
going on here. We are really moving up in the world now.
Yeah, it looks like their team is completely missing in action at this point. We need to be really careful, especially me up top.
They're definitely
Ash
looking
down
at
bottom.
that Ash right now. They're definitely, hiding in the bush, checking out that Ash. And
Yeah, it looks like the enemy team is baiting a little bit down bottom. Perhaps maybe hiding in that bush. They're considering this to be the team fight phase. It's almost a 20-minute mark, a little bit early, but I certainly wouldn't argue with it. Actually, Trinamir was just spotted up top. I need to be really careful in the enemy jungle right now. But you guys look like you're going to push bottom. Galio with his monster engage. What's it called? Idol of something? The taunt?
I don't know, Duran.
Where the heck does that name come from?
I don't know, Duran? Some guy named Duran?
Okay, so it looks like we have an engagement mid here. They're actually really far in the tower right there. Nice arrow on top of Lee Sin with a dredge light on Karthus. There goes the ultimate from Nautilus, which is just so much crowd control. Look at that.
Laser
It's
eye
completely
surgery again.
disturbed.
Another beautiful dredge line. Welcome to the butcher shop again. This time in the afternoon where the pork is fresh. Oh my goodness. And Lee Sin does die to the Ash. That Ash is just moving in, trying to get as many kills as possible. Graves pop his flat cannon. No chance right there. Just me grabbing the assist as well. Sana's trying to get away, but the Q is going to slow her down, making her life absolutely horrible. And pretty much that was a wipe right there for the other team.
Yeah, really strong team fighting at that point, especially with that Nautilus engage. Brushed a little dirt off my shoulder there.
Of course.
But it looks like Trinamir is actually pushing top lane like a total boss. He just doesn't
he doesn't care for the world. He's just gonna push his lane. He's just gonna push his lane. Like there's nothing wrong with a man pushing his lane.
Yeah, especially
especially when his team is getting melted in the middle, right? I mean, that's you just push your lane when that happens. Don't go team fight.
That reminds me a lot of the way Pureshield plays. I mean, he's such a selfish top laner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyways, a little bit slow on this match at this point. I feel like we should probably group up and maybe push mid lane or something.
This is the time where we should just take it all away. 16 and 12. Actually, no. The thing is, they're leasing. If you look at the situation, though, sometimes we do say push as soon as possible. A 5-3-3 leasing, Fudge, Wriggles, a little bit of Mar is very difficult to kill, especially near a tower. You also have a Sana, a Karthus, and a Graves. Very high damage, very bursty team, plenty of control, and also that Requiem to kind of end off the day. So trying to push here and being aggressive near the enemy tower actually might not be the best idea. But this is to counter something like this, which is very defensive. If all 5 of them gather, it's probably better to split push a bit. So I don't think that we did a wrong thing here, but I do think that we should have gotten Baron a lot earlier. Like the Baron should have died maybe 3 minutes earlier. We were controlling Dragon quite well, but Baron control not a lot. There's a little bit of a planning of a game bang action down here if you see that.
Yeah,
that is a nice
right
bachelor party for Trinamir right there.
Yeah, there's just no way Ash is going to be able to survive that 5-man tower dive right there, and down goes the tower itself. We need to get in position to deal with this right now. Galio is actually far too close to the action at this point. He needs to pull back. I'm going to come down bot after stealing blue, and looks like we're going to have an engagement here in a friendly
right
jungle.
In one line. Oh no, what's going to happen? Oh.
Yeah, this is the optimal situation for a Lux Lacer right there, just cleaving all 5 enemies right there with a single ultimate. Pity she's not building AP, or she could have gotten 2 or 3 kills right there. Really, we had more support that could have gone in our direction for sure.
But don't worry, the quicker, cleaner, picker upper, it's Nautilus, right? Coming in here.
Yeah, coming all the way from top, landing a dredge line on Karthus. Look how much damage the dredge line dealt. It's just a monster ability, and I think I'm gonna dive this Graves. Nah, pulling in a little bit.
Just
missing out on some of those large testicles I like to boast about all the time.
Definitely, absolutely. Very assist-heavy team fights from us, not so much from the enemy team if you look at it right now. I think we do have a bit more assists going around, but maybe also because we have a little bit more kills going around as well. Still, though, we're actually quite unified. Galio Lux together, along with Nautilus, I think that's actually a really good combo because you think about it, Galio can keep him in place, Lux can line him up and shoot him down, and Nautilus, let's not even talk about it, right? That ultimate is just a little bit too strong.
Ultimate. You know what I mean? There goes the ultimate on Trinamir right there with a dredge line. Look at that combo, a wombo combo. Where's my Riptide? Nah, Graves is going to come in for the save, but look at the burst damage that this champion has. I'm not even building AP at this point.
Just
monster dredge line on top of Graves right there. Look at this
Ow.
cleave. And a Lux laser on top of Karthus for the kill. Lee Sin goes down to Lee Sin.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean,
Action-packed.
it just literally turned from Friday girls' night out to like Sunday morning sermon, kind of, right to church, right there. Nautilus is just taking you there after hard Saturday at grocery shop, Sunday off, taking you to church on Sunday morning. Just absolutely lovely day for you. Planned by Nautilus.
Yeah,
Lots of
Dredgeline
good
has got to
events.
be one of my favorite abilities. It's
Definitely.
very easy to land, and it's just, it's so good for team fight. This is right about the point in the match where I talked about having 3 initiators. You're going to see that come into play real soon, especially from Pureshield and myself. I'd have to say that I would definitely want to send Nautilus in first, just to kind of scramble the lines and pop an ulti, but only shortly after to be followed by Galio with his Idol, or Idol Duran, whatever it's. I don't even remember what it's called.
Idol
Is it
of Duran, y'all. Get it right, okay?
Okay, Idol of Duran.
I am a gargoyle and I will eat you.
But yeah, that combo is just devastating in team fights, especially if you have something like a Lux laser. Oh my goodness.
Devastating. If you. Oh. Anyways. This
So-
is see, a moment like this just proves that at lower ELO you will always see a moment like this. Look at the teams are positioned. Like Baron has been free for how long now? Like 6 minutes probably, and no engagement near Baron. Obviously, we're gonna try and force that right now. I believe a ping for Baron is coming up very soon, right after Lee Sin gets the bread, I believe. They are gonna push mid right now though. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Hengest does farm top just like a champion. It doesn't really give a shit. Just farm
Yeah,
top.
there's 3 or 4 last hits I just can't miss out on up top. Looks like Lux is going to get a little too antsy and perhaps get picked off here. She needs to be careful and be sure to stay behind the other champions, especially with such a tanky team like this. There's just no excuse. Same goes for this Ashe right now. They just need to be really careful they don't get picked off. Look at Sona, way out of position. What? I don't understand. These guys need to wait for either Galio or Nautilus to engage before they even begin poking. Missing with an Ashe arrow. Yet again, that dodged like 4 people.
This is the Matrix. This is definitely they see the code and they're just like, you know what, we're gonna dodge this arrow right now. No problem.
Yeah, but apparently they are not able to dodge Lux's laser. She did just laser down Graves right there, and she's been doing quite a good job of cleaving with it all game actually. I'm going to encounter Trinimir in the jungle right here. He's going to crit me for 450 damage, but nothing my dredge line can't handle. But he's going to spin through the jungle and probably go down here. He's bound with a light binding, and does he go down? Oh, die, Trinimir. Yes, he does go down. Dredge line on top of Lee Sin. Look how tanky this champion is, but it just doesn't matter. Look at all that damage we're putting out right now.
Saturday morning
strong team
Sterling right there on the Lee Sin, right, fresh from the butcher shop right there.
Yeah,
Honestly, like fresh.
yeah. There's a lot of burst damage in this comp.
Fresh obsessed TGN Hengest right there. Again, more slogans and things like that. That'd be moral. Finally, the Baron ping at 26, maybe years behind right now at this point. Hengest doesn't even caring about the Baron. You know what? He's just like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna farm.
There's something about this champion that is just really intimidating.
Yeah.
If you just put him in the front line and you just, like dare people to attack you, it's a psychological effect. I mean, look at the size of this champion.
Just flee, run for the hills when you see him.
Yeah, and he's got a big throbbing anchor that he hits people with. I mean, such a cool
Throbbing.
themed champion. It is throbbing.
Throbbing.
When you hit his W, it throbs red and it like increases and decreases in size, like a throbbing effect. It's
Speaking of
hilarious.
throbbing, there's a little bit of throbbing on Hengest's noggin over there, and he does give the kill.
Yeah, that was way out of position there. I actually wanted to engage there. I remember saying in Skype, let's fight. And you guys were harmed from the Baron kill, and I ended up getting caught on my own there. Really sloppy play, but let's just say they needed that one, eh?
Mm-hmm,
Little morale booster.
That one. I don't know why they're positioning themselves in such an awkward position.
Yeah, in fact, this entire match is just really poor positioning. And look at mid towers are still up, and oh, nice Ashe arrow on top of Graves, in range of that tower. He's gonna take 3 or 4 additional hits. Oh, and Ashe, what a stalwart
Pop
play
it
right there.
Like it's hot, right in front of her
Yeah.
husband too. I mean, come on, like
That was a really nice job by that Ashe. Probably pretty lucky with the shot, getting him snagged in tower range, but nonetheless, really strong play. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try out Ashe. She's actually the first champion that I ever played, in League of Legends, and it looks like she got some kind of a damage buff, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's just quality of life overall. It's definitely, it doesn't. Back in the day, she had such a short initiator. That's what made her like a standard pick. But now, just improving the quality of life for Ashe is enough for a lot of Ashe players. A little bit of the Ran action going on right here, as you can see.
I actually, are you way ahead of me right now? I don't see that. You're just flashed in. Yeah, I did Eldarin. Just pause it for 2 seconds or so. Really strong initiation, just flashing in there by Galio. Even getting a shield from support Lux right now. In hindsight, this composition we're playing right now is actually very, very strong. All we're missing is a really true AD carry. This Ashe is stepping up though. She's doing a lot of damage.
Definitely. Just being really unlucky with the Matrix arrows kind of deal. Just barely skimming the enemy champions with the arrows. So,
and it's about time that I stopped farming up top solo and really just commit to these team fights. It looks like I'm coming down bot to push down this, or mid to push down this tower, as I've been trying to catch up on farm this entire time, and it looks like I finally did. I've got 140 now. Trinimir's at 172, but I do have more assists and kills. So you guys are going to look like you're trying to push down the tower. I'm taking my sweet time coming down there. You know how it is.
Just taking the enemy jungle. It's just not really caring about a team fight.
Yeah, I'm going to jack the blue and be like, I love Nautilus.
I'm Nautilus. I'm farming, guys. It's okay, guys.
But you guys are able to handle the mid lane tower and inhib from the looks of things just fine. But Karthus is going to slap you upside the head with that ultimate right now. Ashe is going to engage with an arrow. Nautilus, where are you? Get down here. Trinimir is going to rape this Ashe from the looks of things. Yeah, down she goes. Just some romance between those two.
Just a little bit of domestic abuse as well on the top of those romance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last two standing, definitely. Well, look at the most beautiful people arriving at the latest.
Yeah. Finally, Nautilus is going to show his face. Can we get an ultimate on top of this Grace? Missing with the Lux Laser. Come on, hit it with the ultimate. Down he goes. Boom, that was a nice shot. But somehow Galio ended up with the kill.
Nah.
Want to explain that one there, Pureshield?
Something starts with a K, ends with an S.
Lee Sin in the chat saying, I love the sound of Nautilus's ult, and I
Oh, you better love it.
I wholeheartedly agree with that
You
statement.
better love it.
Yeah, it is good. And at level 3, quite a low cooldown, I might add. So building CDR might actually be a viable strategy. Lux going down to an execution from the tower, I have to say it's probably the best thing that could have happened in that situation, because you probably couldn't have escaped. Someone is chasing us down. I'm using my dreadline to latch onto the wall there, and Galio can mess up my pathing a little bit.
Yo, don't hate.
We're kind of just waiting for the rest of our team to show up right now. I need more regen. I do have a Spirit Visage, but a Warmonks would be really nice at this point. Remember I said that the more health you have on Nautilus, the more damage you deal, and obviously the stronger Initiator he becomes. So definitely need to refine my build a little bit. ROA probably wasn't the best choice to rush that against Trinimir, but it's working out just dandy regardless, so can't complain about it. Not bad for the first match, eh?
Yep, absolutely not. I mean, when you were going in there, I was like, you will like this champion. I think you will like this champion. And then I remember you saying, well, this dredge line is like, you were just like kind of having a little bit of nerdgasm going on over the dredge line. And eventually when you get used to him, like I just feel like you're such a natural with him, because you love to be tanky, you love to be bursty, and you don't, you like to also have a gap closer of some sort.
Yeah, that's
precisely. And he has a little bit of everything of that, and CC2 and AOE. Like, he's just a well-rounded champion. Like, it spells, Nautilus should have just been like spelled Hengest. You know what I mean? Just that kind of deal.
Yeah, if I built a death cap on Nautilus, that would be just my optimal champion. Let's see if we can land a dredge line on Lee Sin. No, missing just by a hair there. But we're going to be able to push down this tower, no problem. Just sponging those hits with my shield. And that's exactly what we need to be doing. We should just group up and push top lane right now into the inhibitor and just critical mass these guys. That would be the absolute best thing to do right now. But it looks like we're taking our sweet time with pushing. Light binding on Trinimir. Ooh, some nice burst from Galio. And Lee Sin's going to go in for the kill with a Lux Laser, but ultimate from Trinimir just in time. Wow, there goes Adol Durand. In tower range, Pureshield's like, I don't give a shit. He's taking like 7, 8. And a Karthus ult. Is he going to survive? Oh my goodness, look at the HP right here.
No problem. The thing is, I have so much magic resistance. I have 300 magic resistance on my shield. There's no way you can kill me with AP at this point. Galio is just such an He's the ultimate anti-mage in my opinion. Like, you stack MR and you get AP. Look at my AP right now on 247, right? These are mostly MR items like Banshee's Veil. Abyssal Scepter gives me 70. A little bit of action from Chalice and Boots and also Legion. You basically get such a high MR value. 50% of that is converted into AP. Then you have your AP Ruins, the AP scaling. I spec them, I think, like 1911. Some really weird ass spec. And you just have the end result of a never dying to AP character.
Yeah.
In the form of like just
I'm
giant
actually
gargoyle.
kind of in the same boat here. Play on words there, given that Nautilus is like Aquamarine champion. Nautical. Anyways, I'm definitely building a lot of MR as well. Look at how tanky my champion is. Galio and I are both tanks. We are both initiators. Look at the dredge line combined with the Riptide on top of lacing up. But Trinimir is going to come in and save. I'm probably going to go down here trying to flash. Actually, really sloppy flash right there.
So we do have a little bit of application problem. Hengest dropping off a replay. I'm just going to fast forward this for you guys. Basically, we do take a really quick Baron here. And because of the quick Baron, we do engage in the fight. As you can see here, a little bit of wipe action going on, a little bit of engage of what Hengest says. A little really deadly combo from Nautilus and Galio combined together. And we just basically motor them really fast. This game was over a long time ago. We're going to try this combo a lot more, having Hengest on Nautilus and me on Galio. It's definitely worked out so far really nicely. Having also Lux on the team, we're going to try and craft this with all the TGN squadron and see what we can come up with. Maybe have a more It's So Juicy moments in the future. So I hope you guys enjoy this game. Hengest' first time on Nautilus, me second, third time on Galio, and expect more to come out of this. And hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
This video is part of the Way movement, a career path in video. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.